and gentlemen, I'm so glad that I found one inspirational person today on my volunteer work. You'll never know when or where you're gonna find such an inspiring person like Asad. For the people in Uzbekistan, I have here Asad, 21-year-old student here in Florida. Asad, what do you think helping people is a great thing and doing volunteer thing is a great thing?
I think if we want to change the world, we should start with ourselves, and the small acts like this will add up like small drops and make up an ocean.
Wow, that's so profound,
Thank you.
but so meaningful. Thanks for your kind words.
Thank you.
Hey guys, this is Ottilia. I am here in Florida, one of the restaurants here in Clearwater, Florida. I am with Asad here. Hi Asad, thanks for joining me. Yes.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, I found Asad in one of the volunteer activities here in Florida. Hurricane Milton and Helene are gone, but we find inspirational stories after the devastation and the catastrophe, which is a good thing, right?
Yep.
So, how did you find out about this volunteer event this morning, and what was your motivation to come and do this volunteer?
Yeah, so there was a Hurricane Milton, which was pretty bad. And I stayed here in Tampa. I didn't go anywhere. And post-hurricane things, there are a lot of flooding, and I didn't have any electricity, no power for like 3 days till today. And I saw a rescue team passing by my street and trying to cut the trees and clean up the street. I was like, community gave me so much, why shouldn't I do the same for the community? And I searched on Google volunteering here Tampa post-hurricane. And I ended up finding this volunteering thing that we did today. And that was a really good opportunity for me to give something back to the community that gave me. So it's not only giving back, it's only just giving without anything expecting in return. Because I think it's like to make the world a better place, just like a small act that add up to each other, like a small drop from the ocean. Because also the ocean is also made up from drops, so we add small drops together and end up making an ocean. So it's all actually like a small things that change the world. And to change the world, I think we should start from ourselves.
That's a great thing to say. Start from ourselves, right? So that you can influence people as well, right?
It's really easy to say, to change the world, so you gotta do this, go up to this, do this. Nah, it's actually, if you want to change the world, just start from yourself. Like, go and be an example for others. And I hope this video is also going to be like a motivation or inspiration for somebody to make better.
Yeah, start from yourself first, and so that you can give back. You know,
exactly.
If you don't have something, you don't have the kindness in yourself, you don't have kindness to give. I think that's a good analogy, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think people will start like receiving kindness once they start sharing something. So if there's no action, there's not going to be like any sort of like impact to you. But if you go up there and try to do better things will come back to you.
So Asad, tell me your situation. Where are you from, and how long have you been here in Florida, in Tampa?
I'm from Uzbekistan, Tashkent. That's where my family is from. And I've been here in Florida, in Tampa, in America for 2 years. I'm doing my bachelor's degree in computer science at the University of South Florida, studying computer science.
Computer science, right?
Yeah.
It's a great course where money is, right? My kids are also computer science wizards, so good for you. How did you come up with the decision of studying here in the US? Why not in Europe or any other countries? What's the reason behind?
Reason choosing America because it's the giant IT companies like Meta, Facebook, Microsoft.
That's right.
That's, I think, what influenced me to come and study here.
Uh-huh.
And while studying abroad, I was always looking for like a challenge myself with better things, with like a more difficult stuff. So America was the one way to take myself to the next level.
You said that you have 2 years here. You have spent 2 years here and 2 more years to finish your studies. What's your plan? What is your plan after finishing your course? Do you have plans to move out of the U.S. and go to other country, or move back to your country?
That's actually a really good question, because actually me and my friends will have 2 startups going on. I have 2 startups that I started, and hopefully we're gonna make it big, and we may in the future compete with the big IT companies like Meta or Microsoft. We'll see how it goes.
That's a revelation. I did not know that. Wow. A big plan. You students have startups and it's gonna be big.
It's a good thing that like you don't just sit on your chair and wait for opportunity to knock on your door. You just gotta take the opportunity, take the moment, and make it perfect.
You impress me. Good luck on that, and I hope you will let me know in the future, in the near future, what that is. Okay, all right. Thank you. Uzbekistan is one of the countries in Central Asia, right? Can you tell us a little bit more about your country? I haven't been there, and of course, one of these months I will be traveling your country. Tell me a little bit about the good things about your country.
Uzbekistan is located in Central Asia, and we're the only double landlocked country in the whole world.
Double landlocked.
Yeah, it means we don't have access to the ocean, and our neighbor countries also don't have any access to the ocean. So, but good thing about Uzbekistan, we have deserts, we have mountains, and we have forests, and we have cities. We have like new modern cities, and we have old cities as well. We actually have one of the old cities called Samarkand and Bukhara, because the Silk Road all the way from China into Europe used to go through the Samarkand. So that's how we end up having really rich history and the culture. And Uzbekistan is divided into 12 parts, 12 regions, and the autonomous republic country, Kyrgyzstan. And each region has its own unique culture and history.
Mm-hmm. And I see your country is very beautiful. I haven't been there, but I see it online. And one day, when I visit your country, I will prove myself and to other people
I'll be so happy to give you a tour.
Okay, thank you for that. So Uzbekistan has a different culture. America is a way different culture from your country. How did you find the challenge? And do you have struggles? And how did you struggle? And how did you learn from your struggles? Can you share some of them?
Yeah, the people are so different here, but I think my ability to I just love everybody. So my communication skills wouldn't make me a lot of challenges, troubles. But every person, even their personal life or academic life, they face with the troubles, they have with the challenges. And one thing that helped me is just to trust and believe that it's going to be for the best. Because a lot of things happened to me in the past that I was like, oh my God, how did that happen to me? That's really awful. But then it did really turn out that was for the best. So I just believe that God's plan is better than whatever whatever my plan is. So I just trust God's plan and try to do better each day. And just, if I have challenge or something bad really going on, I just hope it's going to be for the best. And it usually turns out like that.
That's just life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the way how you take it.
Yeah, I think Buddha said you start living your life once you get rid of all the expectations. But it's really a broad thing to say, because you cannot just get rid of expectation, because if you do something, you always expect the outcome, right? But I think what he actually meant is you don't really expect the expectation, you just be prepared for them. So when you start doing something, don't just expect it's gonna go well. Just be prepared and be flexible, whatever comes your way.
You have so much wisdom to share. I am just really amazed with so much wisdom that you share, Azad. Do you read books? Where do you get all of this wisdom that you're sharing? Do you read books? Do you read inspirational books?
I don't think I read inspirational books, but I do read books. I love poetry a lot, and I love explaining small things in a really different, more poetic way. So I love poetry reading.
What is the most important thing that your parents taught you? You speak a lot about your parents, and they're so lucky to have you as you're the youngest son. But what is the best thing or the best lesson that you learned from them, or a lesson that they taught you?
For my father, I think he always like pushed me to try new different things. He never like put me limit on something, or never like told me, yo, you gotta do this or that. He always like set me free and do whatever you like, enjoy doing. And one thing he taught me, just always have my opinion about anything. If there's conversation going on, don't just like follow the crowd blindly. Just have your own opinion and stand your point. And my mom taught me what she did is to how to take care of a woman, how to be a gentleman, and how to have an interaction with a girl when you like holding the door for them, opening the door for them, giving them giving them jacket when it's cold, having an extra handkerchief for the girls when they cry. This is like a small thing that she taught me, and she really taught me how to love.
Wow, no doubt that Azad has this kind of personality and character because his parents have taught him the right thing. Asad, can you share with me the story of the handkerchief? The story that your mom told you about that extra handkerchief.
Yeah, my mom always told me like boys gotta have two handkerchiefs, one for themselves and one for the girls in their inner pocket. And I always had that, but I never get to use it. Except when I was in a plane, I was flying to a different state, and there was a lady sitting next to me, and she was sobbing and crying, and I knew, oh, that's my moment. That's the moment that I was waiting for. I took out the handkerchief, I gave it to her. She thanked me a lot, and she was like, should I return you? Should I get you new? I was like, no, this was meant for you. I was just keeping it for years, just for you. That was like a funny story that happened to me.
It is not a funny story, but it is very inspiring. And the first time I've heard of that, keep that story and keep that handkerchief. You have used your first handkerchief, right? Did you tell your mom? What did your mom say? Yeah. What did you say?
She was so happy to hear that.
I know. So you have to buy or get another handkerchief and a new one, and then do it again. The next time. Mm-hmm. That's such an inspiring story. I love it. What is inspiration for you?
Probably for me, like I love old people. I think that came from my mom. The only thing, like unconditional love, I think is from mom's love. They just love you for whoever you are. You may have like a nothing, or you may be like a maniac, or you may be like a crazy person, or be like a dumb. They don't really care. Your existence is like everything for them. So my mom's love for her kids, or like any like a mother's love, is one big thing that inspires me, because everything that comes in this life comes with some sort of attachment. Even if you get a really beautiful rose, it's gonna come with the thorns on it. And if it's like a sun, it's gonna come with its own shadows. So everything is conditional except mother's love.
I like that. I really do. The rose goes with the thorns, and the sunset goes with the shadow. How poetic Asad is. It's just too much wisdom that I'm getting today from him. It's just so inspiring to talk to Asad and to a guy, 21-year-old, a student who can inspire and change the world with his wisdom. So what about this giving flowers? Can you talk more about that?
Yeah, it's actually sad for me that not a lot of girls get flowers these days. And I always encourage people to get more flowers with no reason. There hasn't to be like, they're not supposed to be like any reason to give flowers. You can just, they're so beautiful. You can just grab a bouquet of flowers, give
the
it to your-
garden.
yeah, from a garden, and it costs so cheap. You can just grab from a store as well and just give it to your mom, your friend, your sister, or give it to your dad and tell them to give it to your mom, and see how your parents are happy.
See how this boy is doing simple things, giving a flower to anybody, not just your family or your friends, but to a stranger. You would never know that will,
They might be going
lighten
through
up,
really
lighten up
hard.
your day. You are on your way to success, and I see that. What is success for you, and how do you define success?
I think it's like there are different versions of success. Success might be like financial success, like academic success, career success, and if we're talking about life success, I don't think there's like you can achieve life success while you live on Earth. I think it's gonna be defined at the end of your years once you look back and count how many souls you touched, how many hearts you touched, how many impacts you did to the people. When I talk to my friends, I always encourage them to do better in life. Whatever they have in their mind, do it. You want to do content on Instagram, TikTok? Go for it. I'll be there to support you. I think that's how you define success in life.
That's a great definition. Helping people. It's the definition of my success as well. Do you believe in failure? And what is failure to you?
It's actually failures that builds you stronger, makes you stronger. And actually life never gets easier at this point. It's just you getting stronger. So every new challenge is gonna be harder than the previous one, but it's actually you who's getting stronger, and that's how I think you beat your failures.
21-year-old talking about failures. It's just amazing, and how and where he gets those wisdom is unbelievable. So Asad, what can you share inspiration for people or for someone like you back in your country?
I think it's be open to new opportunities and always try new different things. There's actually a poem from Robert Frost, The Road Not Taken. So there's two almost the same path, and he just decides a lot which path to take and just decides to go with the path that's less was walked by. And I think for me personally at least, the moral of a story is not about which path you take in life. It's about that you do taking that path. So you're not ended up just staying in one place. It's just moving forward is what matters.
So it's not the path that you take, but it's moving forward is what matters.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Wow, I love Robert Frost, and I have heard and read and used that statement. He actually used that in one of my YouTube videos. Yeah, I have read that book a long time ago, and I may have to reread it again because I have talked to you. That is a wonderful thing. As a 21-year-old, what is the craziest thing you have ever done?
Oh.
Tell me.
I'm afraid.
A lot?
I'm afraid. Yeah. They got actually a couple of them, but I'm really afraid of the heights. Like
You are.
I am.
You would want to be on the plane.
No, but at the skydiving.
It's ironic.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have to beat my whatever I'm afraid of. So I did skydiving, and I actually ended up loving it. So as I'm afraid of heights, I'm also afraid of roller coasters. And after I did skydiving, I was like, last time when I was at Busch Gardens, on a roller coaster, I was like, I did skydiving. I jumped from 18,000 feet above. Roller coasters was nothing to me. So I always used to be afraid of roller coaster, but the last time I tried it, I just lift my hand hanging in the air, and once I beat my fear, I really started enjoying the roller coasters.
Okay, so it's just trying
It's just,
it.
yeah, it was just the fear that holding me back from enjoying the life. And the other one might be swimming at the beach at 5 a.m. in the morning. I was coming back from airport. I dropped off my friends to the airport. They had an early flight, and I took a wrong exit and ended up at the Clearwater beach. So I was like, I, if life gives you like a lemon, let's make a lemonade. And I was swimming at 5 a.m. in the morning at the Clearwater beach.
Did you hear that? 5 o'clock in the morning swimming at Clearwater Beach. Yeah, that's Asad.
That's me.
This morning we did the volunteer work at Hope.
Yeah.
Is this your first volunteer
Not
work?
really.
No, not really, right? So can you encourage people who are watching to us to volunteer, especially in this time of catastrophe?
Yeah, volunteering is actually a really good thing. First of all, it's helping people and helping yourself as well, your community. And secondly, it's just you will get to know a lot of people and
You
really
made friends, right?
Yeah,
Now we're friends.
Yeah,
Right.
you met so many people. One of my best friends who met at the volunteering event, it was food pantry. Volunteering is like a day. It's one of the best thing you can do in your free time, I guess.
It is. And volunteering is sharing your time, sharing your skills, sharing your effort, and giving inspiration to other people. And here, Asad did the volunteer, and I saw him carrying all the trees and all the bushes, and he's sweating. So this boy did a lot of volunteer work this morning. Asad has done a lot of job and a lot of great things today. Look at this. I like to share inspirational thoughts, inspirational stories, but I love to get inspiration from other people as well. And ladies and gentlemen, Azad has given me a lot of wisdom this morning or today, and I learned from him. 21-year-old student. We learn from people, even though, you know, a kid or younger than us. That is just life. You know, we learn from each other. I encourage you to travel and inspire. You'll never know where or when you're gonna find inspiration. Like I traveled to, you know, this place this morning to do some volunteer work, and I found Asad. Isn't it a great thing? It's a great thing to be inspired and to give inspiration as well. So Asad, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank
I'm
you.
actually really proud of people like you, and you're doing so much big impact to the community. You may not even realize how much big impact you're doing, but sharing positivity and motivation and inspiring people is the best thing you can do to somebody.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much. I love what you're doing.
Thank you so much, Asad. Appreciate you. Thank you all for your time watching my inspirational show. And I also want to thank Asad for his time in sharing
Thank you.
his stories. So guys, hello from America. Hello from the US.
I'm also part of an organization called Gift of Life. You donate your white blood cells and may have opportunity to save somebody cancer. Recently, I got a match with one woman, 37 years old woman, and me donating my white blood cell may save her life from cancer.